Hey guys, today we're going to talk about emotional eating. So some identifiers to help you see if you're an emotional eater are if you eat mindlessly, if you eat when you're not hungry, if you eat and you find that the food you're eating isn't satisfying you, and if you're eating closer than the supposed 2 to 3 hours apart, then those are all signs that you're an emotional eater. Now some things that the big question is why? Why do we emotionally eat? Well, the number one reason is because of stress. So when your body is stressed, your body produces a hormone called cortisol. Now cortisol can make you crave starches and fats and carbohydrates, and while it's a great survival mechanism in our bodies, it also is a cause of a lot of people gaining weight and mindlessly eating and emotionally eating. And also with that, something a lot of especially women tend to lean towards is eating chocolate. Now this is because chocolate has neurotransmitters in them that they just make your body feel good. They make you feel alert. They make you feel like that boost of energy. And that's why a lot of people crave chocolate. And then also, they mindlessly eat because a lot of times when you're stressed, you just need something to take you away from that for a little bit. And mindlessly eating can help you do that. It can take you to another place. You can sit and watch a movie and just eat the whole bag of popcorn. Your body kind of and your mind kind of checks out. And when you're in a really stressful situation, your body craves that, to kind of just take you away from it a little bit. So along with the cortisol, those are some other reasons why, stress can cause you to emotionally eat. Some other reasons are social events. Now, there are a lot of times when social gatherings are centered around food, whether it be for a football game or a barbecue or a girls' night out. It is in our culture, and a lot of social events happen around food. And that also is just a time that you just kind of add on those carbs and add on those calories, because a lot of times you're not even hungry. It just kind of gives you something to do, something to, an activity, an event for you to be doing while you're, socially engaged. And along those same lines, a lot of people emotionally eat when they're bored or they're lonely. Either sitting and eating something or going to the kitchen and cooking something. Those can give you something to do when you're bored, and that fills that time and fills that void. The last reason we're going to talk about is comfort. A lot of our senses tie into our memories, and so when we have things like warm chocolate chip cookies or cinnamon rolls or a nice pot roast, they can have good memories associated with them. Now that we've talked about identifying it and figuring out why, we're going to try and talk about some ways we can combat it. So the first step is to identify when you're emotionally eating. And the best and easiest way to do this is with a food journal. So go through your day, write down what foods you're eating, and as you eat it, write down how hungry you are on a scale of like 1 to 10. Write how you're feeling and maybe who you're with. And then as you go throughout, that day or even a day or two, you'll be able to identify some patterns like, oh man, I eat a lot when I'm alone by myself, or I eat a lot when I'm really stressed. You'll be able to identify those patterns. Once you have those patterns, what we're going to need to do is find a replacement. I know it's easier said than done, but you can do things like read or go on Pinterest or exercise and call a friend or a family member. If your problem is with stress, you can try breathing or relaxation techniques, meditation, prayer. You can try giving yourself a massage, a hand massage, a foot massage, things that will calm you down and help lower those cortisol levels. It's been said that drinking black tea if you're a tea drinker, can help lower your cortisol levels. I was looking on the internet and I found a list of some foods that can help reduce your cortisol levels. And they were these: spinach, beans and barley, citrus, omega-3 fatty acids, zinc, and dark chocolate. But especially with the dark chocolate, remember that too much of anything isn't going to be a good thing. So do it in a healthy way, and those things can help reduce those cortisol levels, and it can reduce your stress and reduce you emotionally eating. And then our last tip is going to be, once you've found out why you're eating and found a replacement, you're going to need to practice it. And practice it in a time when you're not feeling that way. You're not going to be as successful at it when you're, trying to do it when you're stressed, and, you have to practice it beforehand, so try giving yourself a massage or try doing breathing relaxation techniques when you're not stressed, so that when you are stressed, then it'll come more naturally to you. Or, read a book and get into a good book, so when you find that you're bored, then you can jump back into that book and not be, spending the night trying to figure out, oh, what should I read? So identify when and what your weakness is, find a replacement, and practice beforehand. And those are my tips for emotional eating. Thanks, guys. We'll see you in the group.